How will they play it? Deep in their own territory. They start on the ground with Jameis Rogers. Kony Ealy makes the tackle.
Do you
Carolina
take a
has all
timeout?
3 timeouts left.
Do you take one?
I believe they did.
That's showing confidence in your defense. Ron Rivera quickly takes a timeout. It's going to be 2nd down and long. And can they find their pass rush? Kony Ealy out there, who had 3 sacks in the Super Bowl, has none this year. K'Wan Short, just 1 sack. He had 11 last year.
Well, teams that make it to the Super Bowl and lose don't go back. You wonder about complacency. Ron Rivera said it was a concern. Skycam brought to you tonight by American Express. 2nd and 10. On the ground again with Rogers. Wrestled to the boundary by Luke Kuechly, and they stop the clock. So Carolina does not need to use its 2nd timeout. It'll be 3rd down for Tampa Bay and about 8.
Unbelievable. You're going to run the ball and try to run the clock, and you get out of bounds and stop it for Carolina. 3rd down and 8. Got to be alert for a screen if you're Carolina. Rogers, a very good screening back, and Humphreys, a man they like to use on the perimeter with quick screens, is not in the game.
10 tackles tonight for Luke Kuechly. Out of Boston College, where he's going to have his number retired in a couple of weeks.
We have received a medical timeout. Number 68 for Tampa Bay is required to go out of the game for 1 play.
It's Joe Hawley, who came back from an early scare. Just very surprised that Tampa got the ball on 1st down with their timeouts left and has run the ball twice.
Well, this situation, the medical personnel on hand, or one of the officials on the field, must have thought that there's the possibility there of a concussion. So he goes to the sideline. Kevin Smith comes back in. Hawley left the game for a little bit earlier.
It's got to be Evans at the top of the screen. He's the only receiver in the game for Tampa in the 2-minute drill.
Officials have stopped the clock. Might be an issue with the play clock. Ron Rivera's defense is on to Jameis Rogers. His last 14 carries have gone for 22 yards.
The game clock is correct. Please put 10 seconds on the play clock. 10 seconds. What? Just wait. You're okay. You're okay. Here we go.
14 apiece, a minute 42 to go. 3rd down and 7 for Jameis Winston and the Bucs. And now a timeout called by Dirk Cutter, leaving Tampa Bay with 1. He is the play caller. He was the offensive coordinator last year, his first season in Tampa Bay. They made a big improvement on offense. Went from 30th in the league to total offense to 5th. The Buccaneers were afraid they might lose him to another team as a head coach. That was a big reason why they decided to let go of Lovie Smith and promote Dirk Cutter. They liked the work that he did with Jameis Winston in year 1 together.
Well, they've got 1 receiver in the game, and that's Mike Evans. He's at the top of the string.
They do throw it on 3rd and 7, and Evans has it. First down, 28-yard line. Now will Tampa Bay pick up the pace?
Here comes their wideouts, Vincent Jackson and Humphreys. Unbelievable that there's 1 receiver in the game, and you don't cover Mike Evans on an outside breaking route on 3rd and 8 in a 2-minute drill. Unbelievable.
11-yard gain. 1:20 to go. 1 timeout left for the Buccaneers, and the pass too high for Cameron Brate.
2nd down and 10. Carolina has had success blitzing the perimeter. Trey Boston has a sack. Number 27, Robert McClain has a sack. Dirk Cutter can't bear the thought of it, but Aguayo is a long-range field goal kicker. Wouldn't it be something if he got another chance?
And another chance at redemption. They're a long way to go yet to get to field goal range. He has a big leg. Draw, Jaquiz Rogers. Taken down at the 34-yard line by LeVar Edwards.
Another timeout. Very conservative play calling, and Ron Rivera takes another timeout.
Yeah, that's interesting. He has faith in his defense to stop the Buccaneers right here and wants the ball back. 1:09 to go. Tampa Bay and Carolina tied at 14. The Bucs 3rd down and 4 from their own 34. 4-man rush at Jameis Winston. The check down. Jaquiz Rogers has the first down and more to the 42-yard line. 1 minute to go. 1st and 10, Tampa Bay.
Great work by Jameis getting to his check down, and Rogers has done it all night, rallying for the first down.
They needed 4, they got 8. Again a 4-man rush. Again time for Winston. Again a completion. This one to Vincent Jackson across midfield to the Carolina 45.
Ron Rivera probably wondering if he should have used that timeout now. The young quarterback, 2 beautiful strikes to the outside. One to Evans on 3rd down. That one, a bullet to Vincent Jackson. Gonna have to blitz pretty soon if you're Carolina.
Jackson.
They brought it. That time they picked McClain up. He blitzed off the left side. Tampa Bay read it. Tampa Bay wasting time here.
Yep. This would be a 56-yard field goal. The clock is stopped.
Oh.
I think they're trying to determine if he was out of bounds. No, he was clearly inbounds.
This is not good officiating here.
Receiver went out of bounds. There were 41 seconds on the game clock. Please put 41 seconds on the game clock.
Well, he wasn't out of bounds. That should have been inbounds and the clock running.
Wow. It's like giving Tampa an extra timeout.
2nd and 5. Inside handoff to Jaquiz Rogers. 1st down. They're in field goal range. And wouldn't you know that it's likely to come down to Aguayo again. John, if you're Roberto Aguayo, do you think he wants this chance?
I hope so. I certainly hope so. Everybody's encouraging him. He's been a great kicker. This is what you sign up for. Penalty.
Well, flag down. This could make it a much shorter field goal. If it's against Carolina, the way Rogers' face twisted around, you might think it was a face mask.
Personal foul. Grabbing the face mask. Defense. It's a 15-yard penalty from the end of the
Oh,
line.
boy.
1st down, Tampa.
So instead of about a 50-yard try for Aguayo, it's going to be a lot shorter.
Kony Ealy, 94. A good call, and we've seen more mistakes in critical moments tonight than I can remember in a football game. And Aguayo waits. I'd center the ball wherever he wants it. You want it on the right hash, the middle of the field, left hash, I'll put it wherever you want it. Just get me out of here with a win. What they're doing.
Yeah, they want it on the right hash mark. Tampa Bay will use the timeout. Then you would think Ron Rivera will probably use his to try to freeze Aguayo, one of the great kickers in the history of college football, the most accurate kicker in the history of the NCAA.
And he might be kicking for his NFL career right here.
1st team All-American all 3 years at Florida State. He came out a year early. The only other Seminole to do that was Deion Sanders. 69 out of 78 for 88%, and then you add that he never missed the PAT, 198 for 198. They went up to use a second-round pick to get him. It's the 5th kicker in the last 30 drafts picked in the 1st or 2nd round.
He's got to get this ball off. His get-off time is not good either tonight. Can Carolina block it?
38-yarder. Will Ron Rivera use the timeout? Yes. Andrew DePaula, experienced snapper in his 3rd year. Brian Anger is the holder. Aguayo, as an NFL field goal kicker, is now 3 for 7. He's 2 for 4 tonight.
These NFL goalposts a lot tighter than they are in the NC2A. It's a different football. these Buccaneers.
Well, they're in need of a culture-changing win. Dirk Cutter said we need to change the culture. How do we do that? We win. He said the Panthers are the model for what the Buccaneers would like to become. For the win from 38 yards, Aguayo right down the middle.
What a win for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They come to town and knock out the defending champs. What a gut check by Aguayo and this football team.
And the defending NFC champions now 1-4. Roberto Aguayo, good for him. I mean, you're cheering for the Panthers, you're upset. I think those who are neutral, if you have a heart, had to feel good that that young man made it. And maybe that is the kind of win that turns this thing around for Cutter, Winston, and the Bucs. One of the great things about sports, so often the champs for redemption. Here's Lisa Salters.
Thank you, Sean. Roberto, what did it mean for you to watch that one go through the uprights?
Oh, it meant the world. I mean, you know, with the way the game played out, you know, there was a couple kicks, 2 that I missed. I mean, and though, especially that one, that was a hard one to come back and get it through. But at the end of the day, you got to go back and go to fundamentals. I hit that field goal that I missed here. I hit it well. It just came up to the left. And you just got to go back and trust yourself and go do it.
What were you thinking right before you kicked it?
Just hit it. Just hit it the way I've been hitting into the net. Just hit it smooth. It's nothing different.
Now, what were your teammates saying to you? Because, like you said, it's been a tough night for you, a tough season so far, really.
Definitely, you know, the team has my back all the way. That's what I love. You know, you miss one, you know, they got your back. It's just like anyone else. You know, when they do bad, I go up and pat them. This is what the game is. It doesn't end to the last, I guess, play, you could say. So it's all about sticking it in and focusing and doing what you got to do. Obviously, you know, I wish I would have had those 2 back, but at the end of the day, I made the one that counted. So got to move on.
Thank you. Congratulations to you. Sean, back to you.
Well, it's a night he'll never forget. Roberto Aguayo, too good to continue to struggle. And he was great for 3 years in college. You don't use a 2nd-round pick on a kicker unless you know he's great. So many times it's between the ears of these kickers. Confidence booster for the young man and a huge win for the Tampa Bay Bucs. Stay tuned for the GMC postgame on SportsCenter. We'll be back in a moment for the Gruden Grinder. Thanks for watching Monday Night Football.
ESPN thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.